Jen.
What are you doing?
Fixing the front door lock.
Why?
Because it's worn out.
Why?
Because it's old and tired and it's had to work too hard. Just like me, actually.
How did that happen?
What are you asking about, me or the lock?
I know about you. Tell me about the lock.
Oh, well, the lock's been beaten into submission by all the slamming, banging, crashing and thoughtless treatment given to it by you and Debbie and Simon.
It sounds like what's happening to you.
All right, Ed. What are you doing?
He's changing the door lock.
Why?
Because you and Debbie were so rotten to him.
I didn't do a thing.
We told him, didn't we, Dad?
We sure did, Jen. Now, all I got to... Oh!
Oh, Mr. Kelly, what are you doing down there?
I'm bleeding, Nudge.
Did I enter the front door?
Yes, you did.
Oh, well, it wasn't my fault. I mean, usually when people peek through a keyhole, they do it from the outside.
Nudge, place neck here.
No, I don't think I want to do that, Mr. Kelly.
Damn, he saw through my subtle trap. Now...
What are you doing there?
Oh.
I was fixing the door lock.
Why? What's wrong with it?
Why? Because you were so rotten to him.
Yeah.
Have I missed something?
Like what?
Like the trial when they found me guilty and I wasn't even here.
Well, Mr. Kelly, I know what it's like to be mistreated by women.
I didn't mistreat him.
That reminds me. How did you go, Nudge?
What do you mean, how did I go?
With Louise last night. How did you go?
Simon, do you have to be so blatantly sexist?
What are you talking about? How'd you go?
I mean, is that all guys ever say after being out on a date? How did you go?
Well, yeah.
Come on, it's not a test drive. I mean, you're going out with a person. I mean, do you have any idea of privacy? I mean, do you have to share all the lurid details with everyone?
Now that you put it that way, Debbie. Yeah.
So, Nudge, how did you go?
Daddy, that's disgusting. See, look at her saying it now. That's for me. Hello? Tiff? Yeah, terrific. He didn't, did he? Well, how'd you go? No, I didn't mean that. Forget it. Listen, I'll ring you back later.
Anyway, what happened with Louise?
Oh, I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, don't worry about what Debbie says about privacy. We're all friends here. You can speak freely.
Jenny, leave the room.
Hey, Dad.
Don't worry, Mr. Kelly, not much happened.
You did take it to a romantic spot like I told you to.
Not really.
Did you pretend you were yawning and stretching as you worked your arm around his shoulder?
No.
Didn't you even blow on an earlobe and inflame with passion?
Jenny?
I read about it.
Well, I didn't do that either.
You did take her to an expensive romantic restaurant, didn't you?
Yeah.
So what went wrong?
Well, straight after dinner, she went to powder her nose.
Yeah.
And she climbed out the window of the ladies' room and caught a cab home.
I'm sorry, I'm late, Mr. Kelly. But it wasn't my fault.
Betty, where the devil have you been? Do you realise how late you are?
But it wasn't my fault. I mean, Mr. Kelly, sometimes I think that you suspect I come late every single day on purpose.
Oh. Perish the thought. Why would I think that? Anyway, why are you late? And don't start with well.
Well...
No. I just bagged you couldn't start with well.
But I've got to, see, I can't talk unless I say well first. It's like my run-up.
I'm sorry, you'll have to do a standing start.
That's not fair.
Well, I'm sorry, that's the way it is.
But well, how come you're allowed to say well?
Because I don't need to use well as a verbal crutch with which to start every sentence I say. I am articulate.
What's that mean?
Means I'm the boss. Now, give me a well-free answer or you can go to your desk and get to work.
Very good.
Betty, why are you hopping?
What?
Oh. 4 billion people on this planet and you've got to send it to me.
Mr. Kelly, do you or do you not wish to know the reason why I am late?
Go ahead, Betty.
What? See, I was jogging to work this morning and I had a big lose.
You lost something.
I lost everything. I was picking up speed along Mimosa Straight.
Mimosa Street.
No, Mimosa Straight. I give all the streets racecourse names. It makes it more exciting that way.
Is your head all right, Mr. Kelly?
It's fine, thanks, Betty. Go ahead.
Well, see, I was picking up speed along Mimosa Street, and I was just coming in at Water Lily Hairpin.
Water Lily Crescent.
Yeah, and just as I was coming up to my braking marks, my right Reebok had a blowout.
Your what had a what?
My Reebok had a blowout. See? The whole tread delaminated.
Yes, of course it did.
Yeah, and that's when I had my big lose. I spun out into Mrs. Wintergarden's ornamental hedge. I wiped out 3 emus and broke the tip off the Aboriginal spear.
Betty, what on earth are you talking about? What planet did you jog from this morning? In the evening, do you go home to the dark side of the moon?
She has her shapes cut into the hedge, you know.
Betty?
Yes, Mr. Kelly?
You know how I asked you a few minutes ago that I wanted the reason for why you were late?
Yes, Mr. Kelly.
Can I change my mind?
Oh, no, I'm nearly finished now.
All right, go ahead.
Well, see, after I got out of the hedge, I said, oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Wintergarden, I didn't mean to break his spear. And she said, oh, that's all right, Betty.
Betty?
Yeah, very well. And then I didn't have a spare Reebok, so I had to hop the last half mile to work.
Because you only had one shoe?
No, because I trod on a nail. and that was why I was late. See? Simple, wasn't it?
Simple is as simple does, Betty. Now just hop over your desk and get to work.
Well, Mr. Kelly, seeing as how you mentioned about company cars...
I did not.
No, but you were going to.
Why was I going to?
Because I was going to ask if I could have one.
Why would I buy you a company car?
Because I'm a senior executive.
You're not even a junior executive. You're a secretary.
Why can't I have a company car?
Because I can't afford to buy you one.
Oh. Well, then, why don't you give me a raise? Then I could afford to buy me one.
Nudge. Go home. Hello, Nudge. Hello, testing. Nudge.
Oh, hello, Mr. Kelly.
Nudge, what are you doing?
Hey, Mr. Kelly, do you find me charming?
No, most of the time I find you eating.
No, seriously, Mr. Kelly, I'm beginning to think I'm a little low in my charm quotient.
Quotient? Gee, that's a big word for you, Nudge.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? What does it mean?
It means your share.
Yeah? Well, that's what I'm not getting. I mean, how can I when every bird I ever go out with dumps me right after dessert?
Nudge, are we talking about your sex life?
Not really. Haven't got one. There's so many things I don't understand, Mr. Kelly.
Oh, hang on. You're not thinking of you and I sitting down having a little chat, are you?
What sort of chat?
Oh, you know, about birds and bees and boys and girls, that sort of thing.
Oh, well, if you want to.
I don't want
I
to.
mean, I'll try to answer any questions you might have, but I warn you, I'm no expert.
Nudge, what is the matter?
Well, for some reason, Mr. Kelly, girls don't find me attractive.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to develop a Tom Cruise voice, smile. It keeps falling down.
Hey, Dad, teacher said you have to sign these.
Oh, what are they, Jenny?
I don't know.
You giving me these forms to sign and you don't know what they are?
Oh, I'm only a little kid, Dad. Who am I to question a teacher? They trained for years to be teachers.
All right, let it go.
Well, what is it?
Oh, it's a permission form for school camp. It says the teacher can allow you to have a general anaesthetic if necessary.
A general anaesthetic? My marks haven't been that bad.
No, Jenny,
I mean,
it's
what sort of a camp is that anyway? You go and they give you a general anaesthetic. I'll probably come with bolts in my neck.
Jenny, how many kids are going?
32.
32 kids and one teacher. If the teacher's got any sense, he'll give himself a general anaesthetic.
Well, what's that one?
Oh, it's just asking if you're allergic to penicillin.
No, am I?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Is this something we should just guess about? I mean, this is my life we're talking about here, Dad.
Jenny.
I mean, why don't you just toss a coin? What happens to people if they are allergic to this stuff?
No, I don't know. Nothing.
Then why are they asking? Why do you have to sign something?
Jenny, it's just a mere formality. You're not allergic to it anyway.
Oh, for all you care, I could turn blue swell and explode.
Jenny, you'll be all right. Trust me.
Hey, Jen,
Yes, Nudge?
do I look like Tom Cruise?
Not a bit.
No.
Hang on, just put your finger in it again. No, you still don't look anything like him.
Well, cheer up, Nudge. Looks aren't everything.
Yeah, I know, Mr. Kelly. I think what I need is more culture.
More culture? Try some culture.
Yeah, I mean, that's why birds are all over Simon all of the time.
Simon, this is my son Simon of whom you speak.
Yeah, I mean, he's got class. He knows that you don't take a bird out to dinner and then when she's halfway through a pavlova say, well, what about it?
Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, he talks about art and poetry and literature and the moon and stuff.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, and then he says, well, what about it?
I didn't know that.
And that's definitely the way to go, don't you reckon?
Oh, yeah, you know, top stuff, that culture. I reckon you ought to get some.
Yeah, well, that's what I reckon. That's going to be the new nudge. I'm going to learn all that stuff.
Good on you.
Yeah. When next you see me, you'll see a new nudge. I'll know art. I'll know poetry. I'll have culture with a capital K. Mr. Kelly?
While you're learning all that art and poetry, try and throw in a little spelling.
Dad, you've done it again. That spiced chicken was brilliant.
Thank you. I do my best.
And I must say that my steamed vegetables were superb, Father.
Oh, thank you, Deborah. I'm glad you enjoyed them. And, Jenny, how was your meal tonight?
You opened a tin of baked beans. Do you expect me to leave a tip?
Well, that brought my ego back to earth with a crashing thud, didn't it? Don't ever ask a child for a diplomatic answer.
Hello, good morning. Can I come in?
Elaine, what a pleasant surprise. Of course you can come in. Look, everyone, it's your cousin Elaine. Isn't this nice?
Wonderful.
Terrific.
Hi, Elaine. You can stay in my room.
Terrific, Jack. Oh, it's simple Simon and Dopey Debbie.
I'm gonna kill her.
Get in line.
Isn't she great?
Yes, she is, Jen. But, Elaine, why didn't you tell us you were coming?
But we did. Didn't Mum call you? She said she was going to. I thought it'd be all right for me to stay with you. I thought you knew. Oh,
Oh, well, it's no problem. Of course you can stay. We'd love to have you, wouldn't we, kids? Stop that. They're only joking. Of course you can stay. Here, Jen, take this to your room.
Elaine, are you allergic to penicillin?
I don't know.
Unreal, same as me.
Good evening, everyone, and well met.
It's Sherlock Holmes.
Where?
You great lump.
I want to know if there's all this get-up.
Don't look now, Nudge, but someone's cut the bottom off your dressing gown.
This, my dear Simon, is not a dressing gown. This is what we artistic sensitive types wear when we're reading artistic sensitive type poetry. It's a smoking jacket.
Well, it's gone out.
Nudge, what is all this?
This is my new cultured look. This is nudge culture.
Nudge culture? Sounds like something that grows on stale bread.
Laugh if you will, my dear Deborah. But my new cultured behaviour will have women falling all over me.
Now, Nudge, how are things?
See, it's working already. Now watch what happens when I hit her with a little bit of culture. Good evening, my dear. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? And would you like to come out with... May?
Like that? You've got to be kidding.
Oh, I must have got part of that wrong.
Oh, there you go, Betty. Here's your coffee.
Oh, thanks, Mr. Kelly.
Oh, what are you doing? Are you looking for another job?
Mr. Kelly.
Oh, can I help? I'll read them out and you write them down.
I'm not looking for another job, Mr. Kelly.
Oh, that's all right, Betty. You don't have to spare my feelings. I can appreciate it if you want to move on to bigger and better things. I can appreciate it if you want to move on to smaller and worse things.
Now, Mr. Kelly.
I can appreciate it if you want to move on to anything.
Mr. Kelly, I'm not looking for another job. I am more than happy with my position as Executive Secretary in this architectural service.
Are you sure?
Of course I am. I am merely looking through the classifieds to find myself a car.
Well, make sure you find yourself an inexpensive one, because I am not giving you a raise.
Oh, but here's one. This sounds good.
Oh, what is it?
Valiant you, this one won't last.
Well, why buy it?
450 V8 dong, tons of grunt, get in early. This one sounds too good to miss.
Yeah, I can see you grunting off to work every morning with flames pouring out of your donk. Oh, Betty, stop this nonsense. Don't buy anything.
But...
No, Betty, look, in the long run, you'll be better off having a retread on your Reebok. Oh, Elaine, where are you off to?
See you later, Uncle Martin. I'm just on my way out.
Yes, where are you going?
just out.
Oh, out. Simon and Debbie go there a lot. The only trouble is I don't know where it is.
It doesn't matter, Uncle Martin. I'll be all right.
No, look, I'm sorry, Elaine, but while you're staying here, I feel responsible to your parents. I like to know where you're going and who you're going out with.
Yeah, well, I'm going out with Debbie and Simon. They said they'd meet me at the Pizza Hut. We're going on from there to a party.
Oh, well, why didn't you say?
Oh, I thought they would have mentioned it to you.
Right. Well, I'm glad they're looking after you. Oh, look, don't be late, OK? Be in by midnight.
Sure. See you.
Okay, bye. Out. Out. One of these days I'll find out where out really is.
Nudge, will you stop wanting to discuss poetry with me? I'm not in the mood.
Come on, Simon, let's just run through a couple of sonnets one more time. Go on.
Nudge, will you drop this poetry thing?
I'm sorry, Deborah, but since I've discovered the beauty of the English language, I sometimes get the urge to wax lyrical.
I sometimes get the urge to wax my legs, but I don't do it in front of everybody.
Hang on, what are you guys doing here? Where's Elaine?
Elaine? Who knows?
Elaine, who cares?
Yeah.
I thought you liked her.
Well, so did I, but she's a feckless, fickle, faithless female. That's alteration. That's poetic.
It's alliteration that's bloody awful.
She wouldn't go out with me just because I wanted to compare her to a summer's day.
Nudge, you just can't stand all this poetic rubbish you're carrying on with. For once, I agree with her.
Look, hang on. Elaine said that you guys were meeting her at the Pizza Hut.
It's the first we've heard of it.
Well, where has she got to? I mean, she's just gone... Oh. Hello? Oh, hi. Well, I'm sorry she's not here at the moment, but yes, she is staying here. I thought you knew that. No, she's fine. Yeah, she's perfectly all right. Okay. Yeah, I'll get her to call you as soon as she comes in. No problem at all. Okay, bye.
What was that all about, Dad?
That was Elaine's mother. She wanted to know if we'd seen her. She had no idea where she'd gone.
Dad. Dad, isn't she in yet?
Oh, Deb, no. What time is it?
It's 2:45.
I'll give her 2:45 when she gets here.
Oh, hi, Uncle Martin. Hi, Deb.
Hi, is that all you can say? Come here, miss. Do you have any idea what the time is?
No.
It's 2:45.
Yeah? You're up late, aren't you?
Don't be so smart, Elaine. This is no time for a girl your age to be coming home.
Oh, come on. I'm often this late at home. Mum doesn't care.
That's another thing. Your mother rang tonight.
Oh.
Yes. Oh, she had no idea you were staying with us. She's been worried sick.
Oh, that'll be the day. She doesn't care anything about me. She doesn't care what I do.
Oh, don't be so damn stupid. She's your mother. Of course she cares.
Well, what would you know about it?
Don't speak to Dad like that.
Debbie.
Drop dead, Debbie. It's got nothing to do with you.
Yes, it has. There's my father there, and nobody talks to him like that. Don't you realise he's been up for the last 6 hours worried sick about you? Worried that something might have happened to you?
Big deal. And what gives him the right to tell me how to live my life?
I'll tell you what gives him the right. He's the one who pays the rent around here and puts the food on the table.
Deb, I think I'm supposed to say this.
No, Dad. No, it's all right. I know this part. He pays the rates, he does the cooking and the cleaning, and strange as it may seem, he actually worries about you because he cares about you. Why, I don't know. And I guess you'll never understand it because you don't care about anyone.
Well, why should I? Nobody ever cared about me before.
Well, Deb, I think you handled that tactfully.
Well, Dad, she was asking for it. I mean, who does she think she is? She comes in here at all hours and talks to you like that? I mean, who does she think she is?
You?
Elaine, can I come in?
Not if you're going to spout poetry at me.
Oh, I decided it isn't really me.
Well, I'm glad to hear it.
Elaine, what are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing? I'm packing. Uncle Martin's sending me home tonight.
No, I don't mean what are you doing now. I mean, why are you carrying on with all this rubbish?
Oh, don't you start on me. What does it matter anyway? Nobody cares what happens to me.
Well, I do.
Yeah, I know you do. Nobody else does.
Well, Mr. Kelly does.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, look, why don't you just stop feeling sorry for yourself?
What? I'm not.
That's exactly what you're doing. Look, other people besides yourself have had a hard life, you know? My home life isn't too fantastic, believe me.
Well, then you should understand how I feel.
No, not when you're taking it out on people who are trying to help you.
Oh, like who?
Like Mr. Kelly. I mean, he's always been terrific to me. He's my friend. If you kick him in the teeth, you're not.
Hutch? I thought you liked me.
I do. But if you thought I was making a fool of myself with all that poetry, you should take a good look at yourself.
Uncle Martin,
Yes, Elaine, what is it?
I just wanted to say that I'm sorry for all the worry I caused you.
That didn't come easy, did it?
No, but I'm glad I said it.
So am I. Come here. Look, I just want you to remember one thing. You may not get on with your mum and you might fight with her a lot, but it doesn't mean she doesn't love you.
You sure?
Oh, Lord, yes. I can't stand my mother, but I still love her.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
Neither does my mother. Just give your mum a chance, okay?
Okay.
Right, and look, if things get too tough at home, you're always welcome to come and stay with us any time you like. Just make sure you let somebody know you're coming.
Okay. Thanks, Uncle Martin.
Okay.
Hey, Dad, you better change that form you signed in fast.
What are you talking about, Jenny?
That thing about penicillin, I found out I'm allergic to it after all.
How?
Well, I read how it came from mold on bread.
That's right.
You know, I just went and ate a whole loaf of green moldy bread, and I feel really crook, Dad.
The show is recorded in front of a live audience. Hey Dad is a Gary Riley production for the Australian Television Network.